Weltenburger Klosterbraueri Barock Dunkel.
And remember, life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Band, Bikes and Booze Reviews. This is a very special one. This is from the Weltenburger Klosterbraueri based in a place called Kelmheim, which is in Bavaria. Surprise, surprise. But I've tried a few of their beers before and I have to say they've been exceptional. What really stood out for me was their Bock, or their Doppelbock. That was absolutely amazing. And this is a very special brewery as well. It is in fact the oldest abbey brewery in the world, and arguably one of the oldest breweries in the world. That title obviously is attributed to Weihenstephaner, but they've got a claim on it as well, because there's a lot of rumours going around that the Weihenstephaner claim is made up, and they originate from the 1600s. Was it the 16 or 1500s? Yes, the 1600s. The old grey matters. Not what it used to be, but yeah, they reckon it's the 1600s. But this lot can claim their heritage back to 1050. The abbey that this originates from is even older. It goes back 672 AD is when the abbey can trace its roots back. And believe it or not, it was founded by Irish monks that went over to Germany spreading the word of God. And yeah, them Irish get everywhere, don't they? They are an absolute nightmare. And of course, a brewery was founded there as well. What do you expect? All my stereotypical Irish jokes. I'm allowed to tell them. I'm more or less Irish anyway. So there you go. What else have we got here? Yeah, this is a really special brewery. The beers that I've tried have been really good. As I say, I've tried their Keller beer. I've tried their Weiss beer, and I've tried the Doppelbock as well. So this I should have really tried before, because I think they class this as their flagship beer. And there's a reason they class it as their flagship beer. It's their best beer, and it has won awards. In fact, it won the Best Dark Beer World Beer Cup Awards. It won it 3 times, no less. It's won it in 2004, it's won it in 2008, and it won it in 2012 as well. So that's not a bad feat, if you ask me. And I'm not surprised either, because their beer is good. Now, I have tried quite a few dunkels in my time, and I'm trying to think of which one is the best. There are so many to choose from. Obviously, in my opinion, the best one does come from Bavaria, and I'm trying to work out whether it's the Augustiner Dunkel or the Hacker Shore. And I'm going to go with the Hacker Shore, because I do remember that standing out as being a really good one. But the others are good as well. Paulaner, they do a fantastic Dunkel as well. I haven't tried the Löwenbräu. I can't tell you what that's like. The Hofbrau Dunkel is really good too. But there's other good Dunkel beers out there as well. I mean, I'm saying Bavaria is where the best are, but there's others as well. I mean, there's one from the north of Germany, Potts. They do a dark land beer, which is absolutely amazing. Really good. And I've got a small bottle of that. I've reviewed it once on the channel when the channel first started out, but I'm going to review it again. It's worth a second mention. Very small German brewer from the north of Germany. I think they're based in Munster. Their Potts land beer is really good, and they also do a Potts dark beer as well. I've got them both. I'm going to review them both, so watch this space. There's going to be a lot of German beer on the channel, because I have just received a shit ton of it, which I'm going to review every single one, and hopefully I'm going to enjoy. There you go. Let's get on to this one. Right, this is a Dunkel, Barock Dunkel, no less. It is 4.7%. This is a 500ml bottle. It only contains water and hops. That's the only ingredients that they say. I do know for a fact that the hops that are used, or the single hop that is used in this is Perla, and they use caramel, they use malted barley as their base, and I think there's some colour malt that they've used in there as well. But there's caramel, as you would expect from a Dunkel. Here is the label, quite a conservative label, and as I say, you tend to find that the original existing Abbey beers, the labels are very conservative. When you start seeing pictures of monks and stuff on the front, you know that's just pure marketing. A true Abbey brewery wouldn't do that. Look at the Dutch Trappist brewery, the La Trappe brewery. They don't go in for that. Even the English Trappist brewery, Tint Meadow, very conservative. And the same with that as well. You do have a St George's cross on there. They have an altar dedicated to St George in the Abbey. But yeah, you can tell straight away. Whenever you see, like, if you look at St Bernardus from Belgium, it's got a picture of a monk on the front. It's not an Abbey brewery. Abbey beer style, yes, but it's not a genuine Trappist beer. The genuine Trappists do not go in for gimmicks like that. And I like that. It's good. You know you're getting a good product anyway. But there you go. Let's get it open and let's see what's going on. Rightio. Get the oldie cap off. I'm really looking forward to this. Nice Dunkel, you cannot beat. It's one of my favourite styles of beer. I always say that, don't I? Beer is my favourite style of beer. Now, me mate got me a Hacker Shore glass from Germany. That is definitely not going in the fucking dishwasher. I've got some Moody dishwasher tablets from Lidl. What a pile of shit. Oh, by the way, Lidl are doing some Belgian beers, which I think are worth checking out. I may have to investigate them. They're brewed by some reasonably good Belgian breweries, and they've done a collaboration with one as well. So I may have to check that out. But there you go. That looks lovely. Look at that. That is a typical Dunkel, that is. Nice dark brown chestnut ruby type colour. Off-white head. Made a bit of a fuck up on that head, unfortunately. Oh, it just smells beautiful. That's a typical German Dunkel, that is. A German Dunkel. Dunkel is what they call dark lager. Dark lager is the style. Dunkel is what Germans call dark lager. It's lovely. Lovely and sweet, fruity, bready type malt. Not really much hop aroma. This is all about the malt, and you can tell that. There's only a single hop in there. 3 different types of malt. And that smells absolutely amazing. Hurry up and invent smell-o-vision, people. All you technical eggheads out there. Because people need to smell just how good this stuff is. Oh, it's so good. Lovely, sweet, dark fruit, liquid bread. Beautiful. Just what you'd expect in a Dunkel. And as I say, the Doppelbock was really outstanding. I really did enjoy that. And it was like this, but on steroids. There it is in the glass. Looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get this down my Gregory Peck. Prost. Oh, that is just superb. That is absolutely amazing stuff, and you can see why they won the awards. It really is the top of the tree, this stuff. Really is good. Oh, it's interesting. There's a little hint of hop bitterness on there. Not a lot, in the words of Paul Daniels, but it is there. Oh, but this is so good. This is really good. This is just full of flavour, but it's one of them ones where it's full of flavour, but you could definitely session this. I mean, I'd be perfectly happy to drink this all day long. It's the perfect balance of flavour and drinkability. Very full-bodied, rich in flavour. Lots of dark, sweet fruit. Quite refreshing. It's come out of the fridge. It's still a refreshing beer. A subtle hint of hot bitterness on the finish, but again, that finish is just that hot bitterness just gives way to the liquid bread that this is synonymous with. This is absolutely amazing stuff. It really is, and I can see why this is their flagship beer. It's superb. It really is. German beer does not get much better than this when it comes to dunkels, especially. It's really good. It's really good, and I'm having to restrain myself here and not neck this because this is really bowling me over. I haven't tried this before, and I'm really glad my mate brought it over for me because it probably would have escaped my radar, even though I have tried some of the Weltenburger beers before. But this has to go down as one of my favourite dunkels. It's just so good. I'd need to do a comparison with the Hacker-Shaw stuff to thrash that out, which one is the best, but there wouldn't be much in it. This is amazing stuff. Beautiful. And I tend to find, well, not that I tend to find, I think most people tend to find you do get more flavour in a dunkel. There's more of that caramel malt that they put in there, hence why they've used caramel in there. But it does really bring out the flavour of this beer. It's just superb, and I sort of half expected that as well, because the Doppelbock was really good. I mean, that was outstanding, and of course this stuff has won all the awards, and it's their flagship beer, and I can see why. Because if this is the best you're doing, then you're a good brewer. Believe me, that's superb. So what is the verdict on Weltenburger Kloster Barock Dunkel? I think I've found one of my favourite dunkels. Now, there are some good ones out there. You're not going to be disappointed if you try anything from Paulaner, or dunkels from Paulaner, from Augustiner. But for me, this and the Hacker-Shaw do stand out. Of course, the Alt-Bayerisch Dunkel, how could I forget that? That is one of my favourites as well. So I would have to do a shootout to determine which one was the best, because they really are neck and neck. If you manage to get hold of some of this over here in the UK, if you are a UK subscriber, obviously in Germany you're not going to have problems with that at all. I don't know whether you're going to be able to get that in America or not. If you can, then snap it up, because you won't get better than this, in my opinion. Well, you will if you can get the Iinga stuff, but it won't be better. I'd say it'd be on a par. And Hacker-Shaw stuff as well. Maybe I should do a shootout between the dunkels to find which is best, but I really don't think there's going to be much in it, and it's going to be so hard for me. I mean, you saw the shootout with the best lagers, or the best Helles, between the Augustiner and the St. Georgenbräu, which are two of my favourite German Helleses. I don't think on that day I gave it to Augustiner. Maybe on another day I would have given it to the St. Georgenbräu, but this is very similar indeed. But take it from me, this is one of the best German dunkels on the market today, in my opinion. Well, certainly from the ones I've tried. There may be better out there, but it's up there with the Iinga Alt-Bayerisch Dunkel, and it's up there with the Hacker-Shaw Dunkel, and this can rightly claim its place as one of the best. So for the mark, do I really need to say it? That's 10 out of 10 all day long. I urge you to try some of this at least once before you shuffle off this ball of clay, because you will not be disappointed. That for me is fantastic. And remember, just like this stuff, beer is working class champagne.